Okay, we're almost done. Page 21 of the packet. Problem 24. A plastic tray is shown below with dimensions labeled. The tray does not have a cover on top. The bottom and two of the sides are rectangles. The remaining two sides are congruent isosceles trapezoids. What is the total area of the outer surface of the tray? So they want this area of the outer surface. So the easiest thing for me to do is to have area 1, I'm going to say area 1 and area 2. These are the same. Area 3 and area 4, which is this trapezoid here, and then area 5 is the base. All right? The outer surface area should be the same as the inner surface area. What's outside and inside should match. So I'm just going to look at the outer surface area in case we're painting the tray a pretty color on the outside. Okay, so A1 and A2, let's see. First of all, we know the bottom and the two sides are rectangles. Oh, those should be easy. A5 is just 12 times 20. Because there's one side 12, there's 20. That's nice. 240 square centimeters. I feel like I've done something already. Let's take a look at this. Now they tell us these edges here are 6 centimeters. Is that right? The remaining two sides are congruent isosceles triangles. So, trapezoids, excuse me, 6 centimeters. And I know the height here is 4.5 centimeters. So the question is, how big is this edge? If I could figure out this edge, I would be in pretty good shape for this A4 and A3. So these are the hard ones. Let me do A1 and A2, because honestly, if that's 6 centimeters and that's 20, A2 equals A1, and that's just 6 times 20, 120 square centimeters. But I'm going to have 2 of these, so don't forget that. All right? So let me get back to this trapezoid. I know this is 4.5, so if I slide it over here, right, and I know that's 6, I know this is a right triangle, I can use Pythagorean theorem to figure out this x, this difference between the top and the bottom on each side. 6 squared plus 4.5 squared. Oops, don't put the hypotenuse on that side. Plus x squared equals 6 squared. So leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. Very common mistake to want to put your numbers on the same side. 4.5 squared is 20.25. I'll double check that with my calculator. So it's just a little trickier number. 4.5 squared is 20.25. All right, subtract 20.25 from both sides. And I get x squared equals 15.75. So how much is x? Well, I could just take the square root of that. And I get a number. X is approximately 3.968626967. That's a little bit much. You usually do want to go out several decimal places. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cut it off right about here. That should be fine. That'll be to the hundredths place. And that shouldn't make a big difference, I'm hoping. Go at least 2, preferably more decimal places out. So it's very close to 4. So if this is 3.97, and this is 12, and that's 12, and that's 3.97, I can say base 2 for the bottom of my trapezoid is 12. Base 1 equals 3.97 plus 12 plus 3.97. And I'm getting base 2 is 19.94. I think if I had put in 20, my answer would be very similar. And in fact, I probably will do that. But we'll leave it for right now. Area of a trapezoid, which is on your math chart, 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So it is 1/2 times 12 plus 19.94 times 4.5. And I'm getting 71.865 for the, and then I've got 2 of these. This is A4. So A4 plus A5 is 2 of those. 143.73. All right. And so I have A4 plus A5 is 143.73. I really want to find A1 plus, excuse me, plus A2 plus A3 plus A4. Oops, I'm sorry, that was A3 here, plus A5. We said this part, A1 plus A2, that was 120, so there's two of them. These I went ahead and multiplied out just to make it a little bit easier. And we said A5 was really easy, it was 240. All right, so using my calculator, I get 623.73, which is going to be very close to C in this instance. And it is C is the correct answer. Why is my answer more than a little different? It's very close. It has to do with choosing how to round. They probably could have used 4 instead, and that could have made that big of a difference. So what did we do? We first of all identified all the rectangles in here, and there were 3 of them, which were pretty easy, and we found those areas. Then we had this naughty little trapezoid. It really wasn't that bad, except they didn't tell us the bottom and the top. The way we found the top is I did a drop altitude here. I said, well, that's 4.5. I know this is 6 because they gave it to me. I can find how much that overhang is. And it's on both sides. So the top is really about 20. So in fact, if I go 20 plus 12, and I would get 32 times 4.5 divided by 2, I'd get 72 times 2. I get 144. So the answer should be very similar. There must be some rounding thing going on here.